How you doing, everybody? Mike J. Anthony here, and I'm on my blog right now because I just wanted to repurpose a blog post that I wrote, and it's about how to think. The title is "How to Think Like a Millionaire," but it's actually how to think like an entrepreneurial millionaire, and it's titled that because it's based off of um, thinking like Ray Kroc does. Okay, so that's the case in point. And I was inspired to write this post, and you know, this is on my blog, MikeJAnthony.com, and I'm going to post a link to this underneath the description. But I was inspired to write this post because the movie called The Founder just came out a couple months ago, I guess, and I actually wrote this probably about a month before it came out because I was really interested in seeing it, being an entrepreneurial, spirited, minded person. I think anybody who is like that should go and watch it. Actually, I have it right here because now that it's been in and out of the movie theater and it's released on DVD and all that, I actually purchased this um, after I went and saw it in the movie theater, and it's starring Michael Keaton, and he's great in it. He plays Ray Kroc, and for those of you who don't know, most people know the McDonald's story, but Ray Kroc was the founder of McDonald's, and he didn't create the hamburger industry. He wasn't even one of the original McDonald's brothers, but he did end up creating what McDonald's is today. Whereas the old McDonald's brothers would not have done that. They did not see as far and wide as Ray Kroc did. So I thought that that was very inspirational and motivational to people who are entrepreneurial minded. And I highly recommend you go and see the movie. Rent it for a day or whatever, buy it on Blu-ray or DVD, whatever you have. Um, it's a great movie. And so I was inspired to write this blog post just after it came out. I know I wrote something before it came out, but then after it came out, I once I had a chance to see the movie, there's a few things that stuck out in my mind. And then not only that, but after the movie came out, I also went and bought the book because the movie starring Michael Keaton, this movie here, is actually based on the book written by Ray Kroc, which I have right here. And this book was written by Ray Kroc in 1977. So, that's what the movie was founded on. So you got to get both. So here's both of them. I highly recommend both. But I'm not even done reading this book. I'm probably about 3/4 of the way through this book. But it's a quick read. It's only it's only about 200 pages. But by the time I get to the end, not including the bibliography. Yeah, it's just over 200 pages, so it's a quick read, and I highly recommend it. But I wrote a couple things in a blog post, and the first thing was there's almost nothing you can't accomplish if you set your mind to it. So I wrote that he said this um, to a group of graduate students at Dartmouth College in 1976, as written in his book Grinding It Out. So that's actually in the book. So these students had asked Mr. Kroc to address them on the art of entrepreneurship and how to pioneer a business venture. So one of the things that stuck out to me was this quote that he wrote because, well, I'll just read it. You're not going to get it for free. You're going to have to take risks. I don't mean to be a daredevil. That's crazy. But you have to take risks. And in some cases, you must go for broke. If you believe in something, you got to be in it to the end of your toes. Taking reasonable risks is part of the challenge. It's the fun. And I really love the way he breaks that down because this is things that a lot of people don't do. Number one, so many people want it for free, and you can't have it for free. You can't start a real business and just have everything for free and then think that you're going to be successful in it. That doesn't happen. You're going to have to spend money. You're going to have to take risks, and that's the way it works. But so many people are always like, I even had a friend tell me, and I wrote this down, and this picture goes and shows you, tells you a quick summary of who he is. But I talk about a friend of mine who actually, that I was telling her something about a business opportunity like online, not even an opportunity, but just a way for this person to make some extra money. That's all it was. She didn't have to spend any more than $50, and she really needed the money. She has a couple of kids, and she was like asking me for help with a job, and if I knew any opening somewhere. And I said, well, listen, here's a strategy that I know of to make some money online. And the first thing she told me was, I don't get involved in anything that costs money up front. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And I realized that there was no point in going back and forth with this person if that's the way they think. What they need is a change in mind frame about the way they think about money. And McDonald's franchise is going to cost you upwards of $2.5 million. So this person would think that that's a scam, And even back when Ray Kroc was first getting these off the ground, his original wife that you'll see in the movie thought that it was a scam, that he was getting involved in another scammy business thing because the man really struggled. He struggled. He mortgaged his house, and you'll see that in the movie, and he talks about it in the book. But he was really struggling but he believed in what was going on with this revolutionary system that the McDonald's brothers were doing in their restaurant, and he wanted to franchise it basically. And that's what I do in my business. Basically, my online business is I own and operate an online franchise in the small business education market with live seminars, and I'll have a link to that and how you can get started with that if you're interested. But we're doing the same thing, just on a much smaller scale than McDonald's, of course. But it's franchising. So that's what he knew the money was, and that's what he did. And he realized that he was not really in the hamburger business, but the real estate business, and that was a way to get him some cash flow. Because even while things were working out, and he sold a ton of franchises, Ray Kroc wasn't making any money because he was only getting like 1.5%. He wanted to renegotiate his deal. The McDonald's brothers said no, so he started to buy the real estate that was underneath all the franchises, and then the money was flowing through him. So that had to be pointed out to him, though. He did not know that at first. So there's a lot of good things you can take from watching this movie or reading the book or both, and it gives you some very great pointers about becoming a millionaire entrepreneur. So that's what I just wanted to talk about briefly, and you can read this blog post yourself, but to me, Ray Kroc really nailed it down to about 2%. And so that's why I put this 2% mindset in here of the things that the 2% are willing to do that the 98% of the population is not willing to do. And I know so many people that want everything for free. Even a lot of the people say, oh, well, your business is a scam because they're charging me money. Well, of course we're going to charge you money. That's what our business is. If you want something for free, then you're not in business. I don't know what you're expecting. You don't live in the real world. The real world, you're going to pay for it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be your money. It could be a bank's money or a credit card. I don't know, but somebody else's money. It doesn't have to be yours, but you are going to spend money. That's how you own and operate a real business. And online, it's no different either. If you're looking for these quick schemes and things like that, I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that. And a lot of people I know are looking for those things, and then they wonder why they're always broke and they have to do it all over again. But I would suggest, if you're one of those type of people, to go in and retrain your mind and think about what you really want, and that's what the 2% mindset is. And that's what I believe Ray Kroc nailed it down to when he said you got to be willing to take risk and you got to be willing to spend money because nothing is free. Well, here's the 2% of the population going for your dreams, exploring new things, act in spite of fear. Excitement. Remember when Ray Kroc said it's part of the excitement. Embracing the unknown. This is big. Most people do not want to do these things. They're comfortable in their jobs, getting a paycheck every week or 2 weeks. Being like everyone else. I mean, they don't want to leave this circle of comfort. And that scares them. And Ray Kroc is trying to say that you can't be scared of that. You have to get out of this. That is the way to fulfill your dreams, not staying where you're comfortable. That's going to mean spending some money and taking risks. So that's all I wanted to share in this video. And again, I'm going to put a link to this post so you can go through that and read it. And I'm going to put a link to my online franchise business so that you can get more information on that as well. Because it's a great business model. It's a high-ticket affiliate marketing. I invite you to take a look at that. And I will see you on the next video.